One thing about Mikayla Nogueira is I really do feel like she knows how to play the game. I have said this for years now, literally, I want to say probably about 2 years now, that I really do feel like she has that personality that is so made for social media. Like, I feel like she knows how to play the game. Also, I feel like she is a really good manipulator, okay? And I've said that before, and I'm saying it again because I really do feel like within this situation that we're going to be talking about today, I'm like, I see some manipulation going on right here. Like, I really do. I'm just kind of like, why do I feel like this is like reverse psychology? Why do I feel like this is manipulation? Do you know what I'm saying? Look, I want to say this before going into anything, and I feel like this is obviously like a sore subject on the internet that a lot of people don't really understand. And I feel like I have low-key gotten defensive over too, because yes, I do make, drama videos and all my stuff is commentary. Like, literally, that's like my whole life now. I do daily uploads of, commenting about other people's lives and situations and things like that. And I do have to say this, okay? I feel like depending upon how you go about it, like, there's really not a problem in it. The way I see it, as in like the news, I see it as in like a talk show, like all these different things, like TMZ's podcast, like all these different things. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think that it's too negative depending upon what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? And I do have to say, when it comes down to me, in my situation, I have tried my hardest, obviously, to not be a hateful person, to not be a rude person, to not be bashing people. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when I genuinely don't like them, and even when I really do disagree with, some of the shit that they're doing, like, I really don't get up on the internet and be ugly, because I don't want that given back to me. Do you know what I'm saying? However, for, quite some years now, I do have to say, within YouTube and even on TikTok as well, too, people have this, like, negative connotation of like people talking about other people, and it's like, oh my gosh, you're talking about a situation that happened. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody gossips, and this is where I've always gotten so defensive over this, is because I have nothing but girlfriends in my life, and also my family is very big, and I have a lot of like straight guys in my family as well as girls too. But what I'm getting at is, everybody that I know gossips. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the internet will be like, hey, did you see that one TikTok about this person? Do you know this one TikToker? And then they'll gossip about it. Like, whether you're at a dinner, or whether you're at a family function, whether you're at a barbecue, do you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody does it. So in my brain, I've never really understood why it's so negative and why it's so wrong for people to get on the internet and obviously just have like commentary, because we obviously share that in common. All of you guys that click on my video and like we have a conversation together, it's like we watch these same people and we're just conversing about them. I do think there is a fine line, though, of just talking about a hot topic or talking about a situation going on with an influencer or content creator that, if you're doing it a little bit too much and you're coming at it very, very strong, then it could come across as bullying. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's never what I wanted to do. For those of you new up on my channel, like, literally, I only used to do beauty content up on my channel. 6 years ago, I started, well, actually, damn, I want to say probably about 6.5 years ago by now, I started doing commentary here up on this channel. And I had said from the jump there that I had saw so many drama channels be so negative and so fucking mean. If I'm being quite honest with you guys, like, I'd be like, damn, like, hey, we all love to gossip. We all love to, be a little bit shady and whatnot. But I'm like, damn, like, some people would be really, really mean. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not talking about Rich Lux, because yes, I know he's in the title of this video, obviously for a reason that I'll get into in a jump. But I mean, like, quite a few people would just, I almost felt like they didn't like themselves, or if they were mad at something at home, they would get out onto the internet and like really be so like trying to use that situation as a vessel to like guide their anger. Do you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I'm saying it in the right way to make sense. And this is where I have always said, I don't want to be that type of person. Like, I want to talk about the tea. I want to talk about the hot, gossip right now. That's what I want to do, but I don't ever want to like bash somebody. I do have to say, though, obviously you guys know, over the past year, maybe year and a half now of me talking about Mikayla Nogueira, I really have started to lose my shit with her, and I've really started to lose my respect with her, because I do feel like she is a liar. And this is where I think that it is very unfortunate. If you guys did not check out my most recent Mikayla Nogueira video, to where she was called out for lying yet again, I gave you guys a very in-depth reason as to why I personally can't stand her lying, because yes, I do know there is a lot of people out there that really don't care if somebody lies. Do you know what I mean? If, say, for example, Mikayla Nogueira gets out there and she says that this is the best foundation in the world, and oh my gosh, this foundation is everything, and it's like, it's a shave cream. Like, what do you mean? It's literally shave gel. Like, it's not even a foundation. And if you guys want to eat it up, that's totally fine. Like, I really do feel like some people just don't care. And that's totally fine. But as I stated within that video, I'm like, It's very frustrating. Do you know what I mean? When I have somebody like my nana who is so damn gullible, who believes every single lie and like believes all these people on the internet and all these photoshops and all these filters and all these things, like I really do start to take it personal because I'm like, oh my God, like my nana's over here getting swindled. And I start to view that as scamming. Like I really do. This is where I said that I started to really lose respect for Mikayla Nogueira. However, if you guys go like a couple years back up on my channel, look at like the first videos I started making of Mikayla. I really liked her. And I would get hate for saying that I liked her. Like I'm like, I really do enjoy her content. I think she's a good makeup artist. I think she's very captivating. I think she's very entertaining. Like she knows how to get in front of a camera and like make you want to watch the video. And I really like enjoyed her content. However, noticing that she just lies and lies and lies, it really does piss me off. However, at the end of the day, I've never gotten onto the internet and bashed her. I've never called her out of her name. I do have to say this, okay? Because speaking of Mikayla Nogueira and Rich Lux, like I was shook to my core that Mikayla, by the way, she's been going live on TikTok, which she never really does. I feel like she's really steered clear of going on live for whatever reason. I don't know. Like I feel like maybe she doesn't want people asking her questions, or maybe she doesn't want to read hate comments or things like that. Like I totally get it. Like low key, y'all know that I've been saying for like 2 years now. I'm like, I know I need to make TikToks. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, bitch, you need to get on TikTok. Like, that's how you're going to grow your platform. You're obviously going to like make 1 minute videos. Like, I love how everybody, and I love you guys for like really like trying to like root me on and DM me. Like, y'all, if I had $1 for every single DM that I get from y'all that are like, bitch, you really need to get on TikTok and just make like your long videos into 1 minute and people can go to your YouTube, get your bag up. And I'm like, I know, but I've always said it. I'm scared. Like straight up, I'm scared. YouTube is my comfort blanket. Like I feel like I have really developed a relationship with all of you guys, and I genuinely, not even to be like cliche or anything, but I view you guys as my friends and my family. So for me to like go onto TikTok in a whole new space with a whole new audience and it's something so new, I'm like, oh shit, I'm scared. So I totally get it. Maybe she doesn't want to go on live to obviously like get, you know, backlash or like questions she doesn't want to answer or things like that. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, recently she's been going on live and she just talked about Rich Lux, okay? I do want to say this before we get into the clips and everything like that. Rich Lux and I guess have been like mutuals for a couple years now. Like we've been following each other. He has been very nice to me. Okay, I want to say this. Like I know that he's got his fair share of drama here on YouTube, and I see that he, you know, has some beef with other drama channels. I got to keep it so real with you. I've said this time and time again. You guys are never going to see me collaborate with any other drama channel. You guys are never going to see me, you know, like maybe sure, like say for example, if Rich or anybody else out there started a podcast and they invited me on, sure, I might do that. Do you know what I'm saying? However, to be like friends with, no, like I just will not do it. I see all of these friendships crash and burn, and I'm a very, very like, you know, how do I say it? Like I'm not a private person because y'all know I'll share my whole entire life on the internet, but I feel like I'm very like guarded as a person, and I keep my friends very, very close and very small. So I just don't branch out like that. But I have to say this, okay? My interactions throughout the years with Rich, he has been so nice to me, okay? And if you guys didn't see in my podcast, I actually, you know, made a whole video about the ending of my podcast. He reached out to me and he sent me a really, really nice long message, and I really needed to hear what he needed to say in that moment. I was like, oh yeah, you're so right. Like he really said some things to me that I'm like, he brought some light to the situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't realize what type of person that I had as a friend. I didn't realize what a narcissist she was. Do you know what I'm saying? So for him to reach out to me, it really did mean a lot to me, okay? And I'm saying all of this because I don't want you guys to think that I'm like bashing him or anything, but I do have to say when it comes down to Mikayla Nogueira specifically, I think that he has made us all look kind of bad. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is why people will talk shit about me on a Reddit forum about, you know, Mikayla. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've never even said anything bad besides calling her a compulsive liar. That's the only thing that I've ever said about her that I guess could be deemed as negative. But I'm like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's the truth. Do you know what I mean? So I'm like, is it really like my fault for speaking the negative on her if it really is the truth? Do you know what I mean? I'm not even trying to be shady or hurtful, but I'm like, she is in fact a compulsive liar. She has been caught lying at least 20 times when it comes down to brand deals. So I'm just kind of like, okay, like, am I the bad one here for calling that shit out? Like, stop lying. You know what I mean? Then I wouldn't call you a compulsive liar. But I do have to say, though, I think a lot of people obviously have a bad, you know, idea in their mind of people who do speak out about other people. I've gotten several hate comments the times that I have spoke out about Mikayla Nogueira. And I do have to say, I feel like with Rich, he goes a little bit too hard. Like, it's just too much. It's one video after another. If you guys look at his own comments within his own TikToks, everyone's like, oh my God, like, leave her alone. Stop talking about her. And I do have to say, I feel like, whoa, it's a bit much, you know? And look, there's a lot of things to call out Mikayla on. Like I've said before, I feel like she's a compulsive liar, and a lot of the things that she does low-key could be deemed as shady, and it does come across as scammerish. However, there is a fine line between obviously gossiping about the hot topics or talking about a specific situation, and then bullying. Do you know what I mean? Because I really do feel like if it's like repetitive over and over and over and over again, then it comes across as bullying. Do you know what I'm saying? The reason for me saying this is because she got onto live and she actually mentioned Rich Lux, and I want to keep it real with you guys, okay? And look, I'm playing devil's advocate here. Y'all know, you guys know that I love constructive criticism. You guys can call me out. I love to be called out. Like, I'm not a closed-minded person. I genuinely, you guys see, I react in the comments. I react to my DMs. I'm a very open-minded person. If you come at me correctly, if you come at me rude, then I'm ready to fight from the jump, okay? But I do have to say this, okay? My opinion on this is, I kind of almost feel like she's like bringing up Rich Lux to like be manipulative. I'm so sorry. Like, maybe that's like me having a negative mindset on this situation, but I'm like, I feel like just because she's really good at like, you know, mass manipulating her audience into thinking a certain way. Like, y'all know that I've said it before. I'm like, why is she doing like her product placement within her situation with Cody? I was like, oh my God, this is so tacky. Like, oh my gosh. And I really do think like it just came across as, you know, disingenuine. And y'all, I always say that wrong. Is it disingenuous or disingenuine? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. And so for me, seeing this clip that I'm about to play for you guys of her talking about Rich, I was like, why do I almost feel that she is bringing up Rich in a way to like hit on his heart, you know what I mean? As in like, wow, I actually really used to like him and I used to watch his videos and whatnot. And like, why do I almost feel like that's like a tactic of like reverse psychology of like making it seem like, oh, I used to like him so much. And it's like, where was this energy before? Because she literally, when she made the whole video of talking about Cody and him relapsing in his sobriety, she literally said, except fuck you, Rich Lux, you're a piece of shit. She literally said that in her video. So that's why I'm just kind of like, that was just a couple months ago, but then now you're on live and you're talking about him in a low-key positive light and saying that you used to like him. I'm like, this is almost coming across to me as in like, let me say this because then maybe it'll get back around to him. And then maybe he'll be like, oh, you know what? Damn, like I have been being too harsh, which 100% Rich, if you're watching this video, I've said it in another video too. Actually, I've said it in 2 other videos. Rich goes a little bit too damn hard on Mikayla. It's like, baby girl, like simmer down. Do you know what I mean? But I do have to say within this specific situation, only because she's talked shit about Rich so much that I'm just kind of like, this almost seems, you know, a little manipulative. It seems like a little reverse psychology of like, let me say something nice and maybe he'll stop talking about me. That's kind of, you know, the vibe I'm getting here. I could totally be wrong. I have been wrong before, but I'm looking into this and I'm like, why do I feel like this almost seems orchestrated? I don't know. It seems a little calculated. It seems like she seems like she knows what she's doing. Okay. Which, by the way, if she is in fact doing this like on purpose, like as like reverse psychology or to like manipulate like Rich, let's say, she's smart. She's smart. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm over here like, damn, because obviously a lot of people are like, oh my God, like what the hell? Screw Rich Lux. Like, she used to be a fan of yours. She used to like you. And then now you're over here bashing her 24/7. So now this is why she doesn't like you. Do you know what I'm saying? You guys go ahead and check out this clip right now. Please let me know your thoughts on it. Like I said, I could totally be wrong. Maybe she really was a fan of hers, maybe or his, and maybe this was really genuine coming from her. But I do got to keep it real, okay? Just so you guys know my train of thought on this and why I think that it is low-key manipulation is because I've seen it how many times with her? I've seen her lie how many times now? So now everything of hers, I got to keep it real. That to me, it comes across as, you know, disingenuine and it comes across as performative and it comes across as calculated. Do you know what I'm saying? If you guys have seen my other videos of talking about Mikayla, specifically on my most recent one, talking about her getting, you know, called out for lying yet again, you guys would have a better understanding of why I think this. And hey, like I said, I am totally up for being wrong and I could totally be wrong on this. And maybe she really is being fully genuine, but I just don't know. Check it out.
You know what's funny about Rich Lux? I don't know if he's seeing this, but I grew up a huge fan of Rich Lux. Like, huge fan. I had Clock at the House on replay, okay? It was like one of my most listened to songs. And then, obviously, when I started to grow on social media, he started talking about me. I was like, holy, that's crazy. Because, like when you grow up a big fan of someone and then, like, now they're talking about you, it's like, what? So, yeah. I don't know if Rich Lux, like, dislikes me. I don't really know like how he actually feels about me, but I don't know.
I think Mikayla's great. I think she's good for TikTok and TV. And she said right now that Mikayla Nogueira just said on her live stream that she is a big fan of Rich Lux, and that really just means a lot to me. And that's why I got emotional and started crying for a little bit, because it was like finally somebody like sees me again. You know what I'm saying? Somebody like finally sees it for what it is.
There y'all saw right there what she had to say about Rich Lux, and then him even reacting to it too. Also, I gotta say this, okay? Literally watching that clip back right now, I'm like so happy that I just watched it back again, because I completely forgot about this. I don't know if you guys recall the whole situation where Mikayla got on live and she was like really going through it, all emotional, and like literally like tears were in her eyes because Trisha Paytas talked about the situation that she's going through on her podcast. That's where I was just kind of like, wait. And the fact that like Trisha Paytas had to get out there and like make an apology, when I'm like, I am so sorry. Trisha didn't say anything bad. She wasn't being rude. She wasn't being negative. And I don't know if you guys recall that Mikayla had said that she purchased Trisha Paytas tickets to go to her show in Boston, but then obviously she never showed up, even though Trisha Paytas like sent her an apology and then also made a public apology, which I am so sorry, y'all. I got to keep it so real. If I were Trisha, I never would have apologized for that. She has a podcast. These are hot topics that they talk about. Oscar brought it up within the conversation. And I guess technically you could say that like Oscar made a little bit more like negative remarks because he was bringing out the product placement in her video talking about Cody's sobriety, which I said from the jump before I even saw that. I was like, that's tacky. That is so tacky. How are you literally showing your products in a video where you're talking about your husband relapsing? Like, I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, you totally could have just been doing your Get Ready With Me without purposely like showing your brand off. It's like, it was very calculated. Obviously, she knew that that was going to get millions of views, and which it did. So yeah, since then I was like, low key, that seems like she's trying to manipulate people into feeling bad for her. If you guys go back to my channel, go back on my channel and check out the video to where I did talk about Mikayla and Trisha Paytas, I was like, this seems like she's literally trying to manipulate her audience right now to feeling bad for her. Like, only because she was getting so much heat on TikTok, people were making videos that were also getting millions of views saying, oh my god, it's so tacky to show off your products when you're talking about your husband's sobriety. So I think because she was obviously getting that backlash from people on TikTok, I think it was the perfect opportunity for her to get up on the internet and cry and say that she was such a big Trisha Paytas fan. So it just seemed, you know, a little manipulative. And then also I kind of feel the same right now. That's just my little opinion, okay? If you guys have been following along with the Mikayla Nogueira situation, I think you guys will have a better understanding. If you guys are like new to Mikayla Nogueira, then you guys probably think that I'm like so full of shit right now. But I'm like, this just seems a little... It seems a little calculated, in my personal opinion. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.